guys today. Sorry, I'm using my arm as a tripod. And my hair looks like a mess. I don't want to hear it. I can't find my hairbrush. It has ran away. So yeah. Okay, before I start talking about this book, if you don't want to hear about smutty books, if you don't want to hear about books with sex in them, or sex, or any of that, just go watch a different one of my book review videos now, instead of this, because you're just not going to want to hear this. And second off, there's probably going to be spoilers in this book, so be aware of that. But I'll try and keep the spoilers towards the end. No promises. So this is Sugar Daddies by Jade West. And this thing is huge. It's like 400 pages. I mean, it's not huge, but it's huge for a smutty, romancy type book. And I don't remember who it was. Sorry. But I heard somebody on BookTube talk about this. And the reason I got it from the library is because they mentioned that it had a poly relationship in it. And, sorry, itchy. So that's always something that I'm interested in reading books like that. I did a review last summer, I think it was, on a book called The Swing of Things, and that book really, made me mad, because it strongly implied by the end of the book that not being monogamous is why all of the problems happened. But we're not here to talk about that book, we're here to talk about this book. Yes, this is a smutty, sexy book. There is a lot of sex in this book. There is a lot of cuss words in this book. Even the cover is very, I had a migraine last night, and from reading this straight through, and my brain still hasn't recovered. Suggestive, that's the word. Even the cover of this is extremely suggestive. So, this book is awesome. I give this 5 stars because this has healthy relationships, realistic relationships. This has very, very good consent. This has amazing poly representation. So, this girl, how can I forget this? Katie, that's her name. I was up late and my brain's not working. Katie, finds these 2 guys that are a couple. They're both bi, and, they're on this, sugar daddy type website, and she's like, okay, this will be great, I'm kind of interested in you guys, blah, 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 and I can make the money to do my horse stable dream thing that I want. Also, horses. Not just romanticized horses, like proper horses. If you like horses, this is your dad. Realistic horses, too. I can't hold this up the whole time. This is heavy, and it's hurting my wrist. We'll do this. If I hold it up the whole time, I have a better chance of getting a thumbnail. Anyway, and so she goes to meet them, and she starts falling for the one guy, Rick. And they're both, of course, super rich. And she starts falling for the one guy, Rick, and is really intimidated by the other guy. And, of course, by the end of it, she loves both of them. Like I said, great poly representation. Great consent. Great appreciation of boundaries. They're rich. She's not going to be able to buy her stable anymore because the bank is repossessing it. Carl, the super, intimidating one, if you've read 50 Shades of Grey, you know he just buys Anna's workplace to keep tabs on her, basically. This one, Carl, the super intimidating one, says, hey, that's only 200,000 pounds. It's set in England. It's only 200,000 pounds. I can buy that stable for you, and you can, pay me rent or whatever you want to do. And she says, no, I don't want to do that. So he says, okay, we won't do that. How difficult was that? That was easy. That's acceptable acceptable behavior. I can't rant enough about how good this book is. Yeah, it's sexy and smutty and suggestive cover, but consent, appreciation of boundaries, healthy relationships, amazing polyamorous representation. Also, really, really good bisexual representation from 2 different perspectives. The 2 guys had very different experiences growing up, and it's really good. She has issues with her dad, and they start working stuff out, but it's not all, everything's going to be happy because it's a book. No, it's realistic. Hi, Pookie Poo! But Pookie just got home from story time, so I'm going to cut this off, but seriously, read this. If you don't mind smutty, sexy books, read this. I mean, just for the healthy relationships. It's so good. Read this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys have read this or if you want to pick it up. Sorry if I traumatized you, I guess. But books like this need to be talked about more. We need to talk about books like this, not crap like 50 Shades of Grey. That's another rant. Questions, comments, opinions, let me know down in the comments. Highly, highly recommend this. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.